Hi there, this is Thomas Peter Clausen from investmentexcel.com. Today I will take you through a very critical concept within bonds, sensitivity to the interest rate. It's called convexity. Traditionally a measure that is very complicated for students. We shall look at the convexity measure as a theoretical measure and also the more applied approximation measure. So look at present value and yield to maturities, which are both inherent in the convexity measure. I would say that the skills required for this session is probably somewhat above simple or standard skills. There are some rather nasty formulas. Anyway, this Excel workbook and the video is available on the website investmentexcel.com and the website spotafile.com. Alright, let's kick off by looking at those nasty formulas in the convexity measure. Up here I will just start by referring to the modified duration measure as an approximation tool, and we can see that the change in the PV can be approximated by the modified duration measure. And here comes the convexity into the game, because the change in the PV can be approximated by the sum of the modified duration measure and the convexity measure, which is in this nasty group of variables. And here's the total change in the PV approximated by the first contribution of the modified duration concept and the convexity concept. As we can see here, the convexity contribution is a multiplication of 1/2 and the change in the yield to maturity squared times the convexity. So it's not convexity standalone, it has to be multiplied with those variables. Down here we have the convexity and how it's calculated, and it looks pretty much like the duration measure, also with some sort of relative PV on the cash flows summed. But here we have to divide by 1 plus r squared, and we also have to multiply in the denominator by t plus 1 on each cash flow. On a more general note, the modified duration is a linear approximation to the theoretically correct price change of the PV when changing the yield to maturity up or down. And the convexity is a measure of the second derivative of that approximation. So mathematically speaking, it's the second factor in a Taylor approximation. A Taylor approximation that has infinitely many parts that summed gives the correct change in the PV price. But in fixed income we normally only look at the modified duration and the convexity terms, because combined they explain more or less 100% of the correct price change in the PV. Okay, let's just look at how it works.